to when it was there. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's the girl with the hoops and the slick bun. And today's special guest is Brian J.
Brian J, what's happening? What's happening, y'all? Thank you for having me.
Of course, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming. Introduce yourself.
I go by the name of Brian J, Pomona Zone, Pomona Grown. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Pomona, California, of course. You know, I'm an artist, you know, rapper, producer, engineer.
Yeah, you do it all, huh?
Anything and everything. You know?
From the land of six foes with the flag on the wheel. Massive appeal, plus I got the Lazarus skill. Left for dead and came back, I'm a savage for real. Look, stop playing with me.
Are you an independent artist or are you signed to somebody?
So, as of right now, I am signed to Suga Free.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The legend himself.
The legend.
Shout
The
out Suga
pimping
Free.
himself.
Pimping.
Let's start from the beginning. But before we get started,
What we drinking on?
we are drinking on Bel Air.
Bel Air. Hey, shout out to Rick Ross.
Shout out Rick
Bel Air.
Ross.
What's happening?
We drinking up to you today.
Rose. Just pop it open.
I'm scared.
Do it. Nope, that's how you do it.
That's how do you do it? Like that?
Yeah.
Oh hell no.
You gotta shake it too.
Oh hell! But did I tell you I was
Hey, that
scared?
was perfect. See?
Cheers.
Cheers. Go ahead. Bam. Hey, if you guys out there, make sure y'all be drinking too, but don't make me drink alone. I'm a lightweight.
Yeah.
And she got me drinking. So
You guys go get your drinks, go get your snackies, sit down, because it's gonna be a long conversation. A very interesting one too. Did you go straight to music?
So tell you the truth, I used to write poetry.
Okay.
Right? So I wrote a poem to a girl or something like that.
Was this like in high school?
Yeah. Shoot. Junior high.
Even junior high, so
Yeah.
like even before high school you were writing poems.
Yeah, just like little poems, you know what I mean? But I played basketball.
You were also
Poems
into
wasn't cool.
sports,
Like,
right?
Oh man, I was a super athlete.
I believe you. How tall are you?
I am 6'3", 285 of twisted steel and sex appeal.
You were a star athlete,
Yes.
and when you went into college, did you assume you were going to pursue anything involving music?
No, not at all. Like music was like the furthest thing from my mind, to tell you the truth.
So you were thinking you were going to be a pro athlete?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I was going to school for business marketing, a minor in management.
Okay.
I went to Cal State San Bernardino. I thought I was going to go to the league, to tell you the truth, you know? And I broke my foot twice.
You decided to pursue basketball or football in college?
So that's where I made a mistake, you know what I mean?
Why?
To tell you the truth, because I had a full ride to University of Oregon, New Mexico State, and a couple of others for football.
Okay.
But I chose basketball. They told me they were going to go D1, and that didn't happen.
Oh, man. So do you regret choosing basketball over football now?
100%. In theory, it'll probably be easier to go to the league for football.
For football, yeah, than it was for
basketball.
basketball. Do you think your life would have taken a whole different course if you would have pursued football in college instead of basketball?
I would have been retired on the beach already.
Damn! So you go to college, you break your foot twice,
Yep.
so your basketball dreams are basically out the window at that point, right? After you graduate, do you assume you're going to pursue something in that area?
So to tell you the truth, I didn't graduate for business marketing. I took some classes as an electrician,
Okay.
and I became an electrician. So
Damn!
Yeah,
I'm learning so much about you right now.
crazy. So the music came about. My cousin, he wanted to go to try out for American Idol. He broke his foot, so he was in a motorcycle accident, so he couldn't get around too much. So he hit me up, was like, yo, can you take me? And so we went out there, and it was like a 3-day camp out basically. He didn't make it, but this gentleman came around, got his information, was like, yo, if you don't make it, hit me up. He had a couple shows with him, but then he wanted him to sign a contract. And my cousin was like, yo, can you look at this contract? And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll look at it. And I was like, nah, you can't sign that. And he was like, yo, why don't you be my manager? And I was like, let's do it.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's how it started.
That's
you
how-
kind of weaseling your way into music.
Into music. Yep, definitely. I asked him, I was like, yo, where's your music at? And he was like, you didn't have any music. First step,
Right.
you gotta get some songs. We literally went to go get some karaoke CDs. Right? I went to Walmart and got the fake studio equipment.
Oh my God.
I had a karaoke mic. I was like, all right, singing this, bro. We were doing Usher. We was doing
let it burn.
R. Kelly, yeah. Hey, but if you ever listen to a karaoke CD, it sounds like The background vocals is some white dude. It sound like some kid pop. But you know what? Like we ended up having like 3 songs, and we did like a little tour around Pomona, like all the high schools.
Oh, sick.
That's pretty much how it started. And then we were going to Hollywood with all these like opportunities where he can sing in front of everybody and stuff like that. And we met this girl, and she introduced us to a guy named Gerald Thompson and Lou Bond. They heard some of the songs, and then it was like, okay, we're gonna give you 4 or 5 tracks, come back in a week. You know what I'm saying? So like me, I take that like yo, we can't take a week. We need to hurry up and get this done. You know? And so we called our cousin. Our cousin had a studio, and we recorded the 3 songs, went back the next day, and they signed us.
Damn.
They signed us for a writing deal. So that's the beginning of everything, how it started.
Okay, so then after that, what happens?
So we ended up getting signed. I mean, we were in there with like Raven Simone.
I love Raven.
That didn't work out because at that time, like the songs that we were writing were like adult.
Yeah.
And I believe her management was like, okay, they want to like stay within the Disney aspect. So that's how it all started. Okay. And I kind of stepped away from music for quite some time. Okay. And I ended up getting a call back from my producer. His name is Sprazzo. What's up, Sprazzo? What's happening with you? And he was like, yo, you know, I got these couple tracks, you know, come to the studio. And I haven't been in the studio in a minute. So I was like, okay. So I ended up doing 3 songs. And it was like, damn, these are kind of fire. You know what I mean? Right. And like usually I'm behind the scenes, but I always write. When I write, I used to like do all my stuff. So I used to go by B-Pon.
Oh, B-Pon? Okay. Any OGs out there? No B-Pon.
So I used to write and do like hooks and stuff like that. But it wasn't like me actually pushing myself as an artist. Okay. You know I mean? I always did it, but it wasn't me like.
Was it because you liked being behind the scenes more than you did?
100%.
Really?
100%. I want to be a boss.
You know okay, that makes sense. So you want the money, you're okay with not having the fame?
100%. But it's kind of switching. Like when I'm on stage, I love it. Like performing is dope as hell. Yeah. But it's all the other shit, it's cool. Okay. But the performance side, like, that's my favorite part. Right. Because you're connecting with the audience.
That's my favorite thing as an artist too.
Like performing. How long have you been doing music?
I was like, probably like 21 or 22. A sudden moment of realization where I was like, okay, so what's the move? What's the plan? Keep in mind, like, I knew I always loved music, but I did not know my way around it. I took a couple music classes. That's how I learned about music theory. Another thing that helped me was going into the studio with an engineer who knew what he was doing.
Yes, different.
Especially starting out. If you go into the studio with somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, you're going to end up just as lost. I remember I tried going to the studio with someone who would call themselves an engineer, and I put my trust in them. It was a complete waste of time.
Say the name. Nah, like what you.
I was like, okay, bet. Like, you've engineered before. I'm trying to get into music. Let's do it. We go into the studio, and I needed direction. You know, now I'm kind of like sailing, like my boat's afloat. Yeah. But at that time, I was like learning to swim.
Gotcha.
I didn't even have a boat. I was struggling for my life.
So, like, listening to your music, like, you have like different genres, right? Quisiera ya olvidarte para no llegar a odiarte porque bonitos recuerdos.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly like R&B and like ratchet rap. So yeah, it's like a whole little bit of everything.
It's like just a vibe of everything.
Yes.
So not everybody can do that. You know what I mean?
I really hate when people like tell me I change every time I drop something that they're not used to listening. Like, because I'll drop something that's like R&B, soulful, like real, like powerhouse, brokenhearted. But now if you leave, I'll say go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. And then I'll come up with some ratchet shit. They're like, damn, you changed. Bring your homegirls, because we getting lit. Need a cute face so that I can sit. Getting bodied by a singing bitch. And it's like, I still wrote both songs. Like, they're still both me.
So everybody that likes an artist just be open to what they're doing because that's who they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta like who they are.
Yeah. So you go into the studio.
I had 3 songs, and at the time I was dating a young lady, and her brother heard the music. And shout out to Ray, what's good with you? He was like, yo, why are you not doing this like full time? I never thought that it was gonna take me
Anywhere.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, bro, you need to do this full on. And at that time I was living in Vegas.
Okay.
So I quit my job, I moved to Cali, and went full on. 6 months later, got signed with Sugar Free. My first album did really well, Pomona Virus. If you guys haven't heard it, Pomona Virus, download that joint. What set the tone was Roll Call.
Bitch, I'm the shit by myself. This pussy belong to all of us, nigga. They call me Sugar Free Fast Black. Cause I'm known to slap a bitch, tell her to go suck a dick, fix her shit, and get her ass back.
So Roll Call was Sugar Free, myself, and Jail Felony. And then we had Pomona Pimpin' Young on the hook, talking mad crazy. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Free and Jail Felony never did a song together. The first time they was on the track together, I put it together. Yeah. So like from the start, like how Sugar Free started, it set the tone for the whole album. The first words he said was, bitch, I'm the shit by myself. If you can't feel that in your soul, bitch, I'm the shit by myself.
Yeah.
I don't need nobody. You know what I'm saying? And that right there, it like literally set the tone for the whole album. Working with Sugar Free was a blessing.
How does it feel being signed to a legend?
Like learning from him is more than anything. Like being in the studio, working on like projects has been like the highlight of my career. 2019 on New Year's Eve, he was like, welcome to Bus Clinic. I was like, what? I was like on a high. Like going into the new year, going into 2020, I was thinking like, yo, this is gonna be like the best shit of my life.
Yeah.
And then
COVID hit.
I
remember pre-COVID, I was doing shows at least once a week. But it wasn't necessarily a good thing. The reason why I say this, my Henny days.
She said the Hennessy had control.
Like at least like 2 bottles of Henny a week because of the shows. I think about it now and I'm like, okay, COVID hit, but I'm like, where the fuck would I and my liver be if COVID had not hit? It was a vibe, it was a time, it was hella fucking dope. But my drinking habits needed to be checked. And COVID checked them. That sucks for you though.
It turned out to be a blessing though, let me tell you the truth. I got to be locked in the house with fucking Sugar Free.
So during COVID, do you feel like that's when you learned a lot from him?
Learned everything. Changed my style. I'm still learning. So one thing that...
Love that. Still learning.
There's a couple things that you learn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You never perfect your craft. You always work towards it. You know what I'm saying?
There's always room for improvement.
Always. Like, Sugar Free, to me, is a lyrical genius, but he practiced every day. So his work ethic...
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
He's really fucking good. And I already told you, like, the one that's on my playlist. That's my bitch. That's my bitch.
Yeah, that's... Everybody done heard $19 Lap Dance with E40 and Sugar Free.
I got
Right.
So the producer is Prozac. So again, like while everything was shut down, we were able to shoot that video, $19 Lap Dance, and I met Prozac in Vegas.
Dope.
Right, and so while we were in that element, you know, I got his contact. When we head back to the studio, you know, I hit a Prozac. I was like, yo, I need a track like that. Like that's just gonna keep
like
everybody moving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Keep everybody moving. And he sent me that the first track he sent me was That's My Bitch. I played that joint, Free heard it. He was like, what's that? I was like, this is what Prozac just sent me. He's like, let's go. And you know, usually I take my time to write, you know what I mean? Like I try to do whatever I can, you know what I mean? And Free was like, let's go. So smoked something, drank a little bit,
and you were
put
like,
the beat, and he set the tone. He was just like, let's go. And then he was like, all right, get on the mic. I was like, shit, okay.
Yeah.
So fucking went through it. Like literally, I think we were done in like 15, 20 minutes.
That track?
Yeah, like Free is quick. And he forces you to be out of your comfort zone.
Even when you were showing me like your unreleased tracks, I was like, oh my gosh. This guy's talented. Shout out Rick Ross.
Ricky Rose, drinking
Cheers.
Rose. Alright, so you know I told you I was a lightweight.
You're lit right now.
I'm fucking lit. I'm fucking lit.
No more. Take a break.
Okay,
You want some water?
No, I'm good. Any artist that's coming up, any artist, or even with anything that you do in life, like whatever you put your mind to, or something that you're passionate about, like really dive deep and learn about it and learn the culture. That's where we mess up with hip hop. I just feel like a lot of artists come and go, but what are you doing it for?
What is Brian J doing all this for?
This right here, like honestly, is what I love. I'm trying to create generational wealth. When I do things, is because I want my kids or any other kids or anybody below me or like that's coming up to see like, okay, you can build your legacy from nothing. Like you don't have to go on YouTube and watch somebody do it. Like you can be doing that. And I teach my kids the same thing. It's like, I want my kids to understand like I left something. Like not only is my kids my legacy,
Right.
and my name is my legacy, but now I have coronavirus. That's my legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, that's what I do it for. I do it for not only the passion, but I do it for my kids. I'm passionate about just the music. I'm not passionate about, you know what I mean, the fame, or I'm not passionate about, you know, just making money off of it. Like, that's not what I'm doing it for. I do it because I love it. If you listen to Coronavirus, it's paying homage to those that came before me. Like, it's a whole 90s, 2000 vibe. Like, that's when I fell in love with music.
Wanna taste so you nasty, give it to me nasty. I'm a clock, double shot, you put it on me nasty. About to switch you out of them cabanas. Fuck off, have you falling for a shot?
The Pacs, the LL Cool J's, Busta Rhymes, Missy Elliott. You hear that 90s sound
Right.
in my music because I'm paying homage. It's like, thank you for changing my life. Being there for me when, like, nobody else was. When I can just turn on music and vibe out.
I love that.
Bam. Soulful Conversations. Isabella Soul. Super lit right now.
Stupidly.
So if I sounded like a little corny,
No,
it's because of this shit.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
What song would you recommend them listening to? If they were to look up Brian J and it's the first song that you would want them to play, what song would that be? Okay, let's say like an Isabella Soul fan.
Alright, so that's my bitch. For my hood stars, for my people that like really love hip hop, listen to Roll Call. Roll Call, like, it's bars.
Okay, so we got, for the Isabella Soul fans, you gotta listen to That's My Bitch. And then for the ones that love like hood rap,
Lyricists.
no more for me.
Alright, if you like lyricists,
Lyricism.
yeah, lyricists. God damn it. Roll Call. I really push Black and Brown. I got a track with Bella, the rapper.
Oh, Bella the rapper.
It's called Black and Brown.
She's on my playlist too. Shout out Bella the rapper.
Bella, and then
Ray Monique too.
oh, the track with Ray Monique is fire.
Can't forget Ray Monique. We have come to the end. I've honestly had a blast. Anybody who fucks with music and loves it or wants to know more about it, wants to know about the process and what it takes and all that shit, I feel like they'll love this episode.
Gotcha.
Thank you so much
Well, thank you for having me.
for being down to come
Like,
out on my
100%.
show. Don't forget to stream Brian J. Pomona Virus. We gave you the songs to listen to depending on who you are.
We out West Side.
Hey, bye.